Hi everyone, I'm going to share with you 4 different designs today so that we can choose one of those designs for our landed website. Alright, so the first one is this design. Okay, it's called the Rio design. Alright, and basically it has got a few functions here. A search function, we call it search filters. Okay, rental, sales, foreclosure. I mean, of course, all this can be changed to whatever we want. Alright, so here we can have like semi-D, landed, and all this stuff. So when you go to more search options, they have a lot more stuff here that we can customize to what we want. Alright, if you note other property websites, right, they have land size, built up area and such, so we got to do according to what we need. Alright, this will be done by the coders. So as you go down, you will see a little picturization of maybe you can just name this freehold or semi-D, terraces, or 999, new launch, something like that. Alright, and then these are the latest listings that we have. Alright, so all these are the properties that we personally upload into the website. Okay, this is the featured listings. Alright, that will always be on the first page, and of course the footer has all our details and our social media information. Alright, so what happens here is when I click into one of those properties, let's say this one, alright, so the property page looks like this. Alright, there's many different versions of it. You can have the map here, alright, with the icon saying where this particular property is with a little description and a picture here. Alright, and the search box is still here, and then you have your title, and then you have all your social media sharing on the top. You have more search functions on the side, and then you have a slider with all the different pictures, alright, that you can upload, and video as well. As you can see, you can upload some nice videos. Alright, and then below will be the description, the address, details, the features. Alright, and then all this this stuff we can remove. This is not necessary to us. And again, do we want to have the individual agents information? We can have it here, and the social media icons on the side, and a little mortgage calculator. This part over here, the social media login, okay, this is for users to register with us. I don't think we would be having any users registering with us, so we can remove this. Alright, and just have it as agent submission. Alright, whoever is part of this. Alright, and then if you go to the individual agents page, okay, it will look like this. Alright, where are all the different properties that he or she holds, and then a little bit information about them. You can write about them, and then the contact us page. Alright, I'll just go scroll slowly so you can have a look at how it looks like. Okay, and then of course every other website has a blog page as well. So this one too has a blog page. So this is how the blog page look like. Later on I'll explain to you why blogs are important. Okay, for example, selling your home. You click on this, you can have whatever you choose to have on the site, on this side, or either the left side or the right side. Okay, then you write the blog, and then you have a link to one of the properties, or maybe you talk about some properties and then you can advertise it on the social media to get more traffic. Okay, and this is how it's done. Alright, so submitting of property. When you click on this, you can either register yourself using any of your social media to post a property, but then again, since ours is a professional site, we do not want any other Tom, Dick and Harry to post, so we have to remove this. Okay, so we will manage the whole thing. Alright, so much for this template. Let's go to the second one. Alright, the second one is called homes. Alright, okay, so homes is one of the more interesting ones. It's very easy to use. Okay, very simple. There's a slider over here. So what happens is you just need to click on the sites, and then the slider just changes. Okay, you can click on the no more to get into that particular property. Alright, so it directly dives into the property. Again, you can either use this button here or scroll down buttons over here. A little bit about the property ID, for rent or for sale, and how much is it. Immediately the descriptions and the additional details, blah blah blah, common notes, features, videos, map, and then you can share this on the social media. You can have a attachment for the person visiting the site to download pictures or any files or brochures, and more about the agent, get to know them more. So when you click on them, you get to know about the agent. So there you go, the agent's profile and all these things. Alright, so this is how it looks like. And then if you look at the gallery, All right, so if you have just pictures of any of the houses, you can just have them there. And how does their property blog look like? Let's see, news. So this would be their blog page. Okay, so if you want to know more about this particular blog, you just click on this, and then there you go, the blog page is there. Their search filter is actually even more comprehensive than the first one. Okay, so let me just show you how their search filter looks like. See, you have keyword search, property ID search, location, property status for rent or sale, the different kinds of property, minimum bid, minimum price, minimum area, and then you want additional features, you can add them also. This is quite customizable, so we can put in whatever filters that we want. All right, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is more of a slider. Like I told you, this is how it looks. Okay, so the sliders just change, and naturally your featured properties are in the home page and then your footer. Alright, the third design is called the Housey design. Alright, okay, this one is also a slider. Okay, so your picture over here just keeps sliding. Alright, okay, it slides up and down. Alright, so of course you can change it to left and right if you want. Again, you have a search function over here, which is similar to the second one that you saw. All right, and then you have the property types, which is similar to the first design that you saw. Okay, which you can single out, and then you have the featured properties, and then instead of cities we can put districts, okay, or area or town, you know, and all these things. And of course I personally believe in testimonials, so you must have some form of testimonial, all right, that goes on, so you can slide them. All right, and then your partners and about the site and all these things. So this one is pretty neat too. Okay, and the listing view, this is how it looks like. Let me show you. So if you do a search, and then this is how the search comes out. So let's pick this one. All right, so if you pick this one, this is how a particular property looks like. This one is pretty interesting because if you noticed the previous ones, right, they did not have the contact form on the picture itself. So this one has a contact form on the picture. So immediately like this, immediately you type in your name, phone number, email, and go. Send a direct message or request info. And then in this picture itself, you can just click and then it turns into a map. Just a minute, it's loading. All right, so until it loads, we just go down. Okay, here you go. The map is here. And then the description of the property, and then recently whatever property that you viewed, a mortgage calculator, address, details of the house, features, floor plans if any, videos if any, and this is the walk score, what we call a walk score. If you've seen in some of the websites, walking distance to the train station. I mean, of course, this has to be integrated to another software, so it'll cost us a little bit more money lah. Like you see, powered by Yelp. So all this, if you want to do the nearby stuff, you need to subscribe to them. That's going to cost us money. I mean, if you want to be as good as Property Guru, you know what I mean, and the other big players. And then you have the similar properties here. It just goes on. You can write a review about them in your footer over here. All right, and this is pretty interesting. You can see, all right, your price range is a slider. Okay, just slide to choose your price range. Okay, whatever we need to add, we can add over here. And what else? Let's go back to the home page. Just a minute. Okay, there's different kinds of homepage, okay, designs. So this one, you see, with just the keyword selection. So I particularly like this kind of things. Very simple to search. All right, and then straight down to the properties. Okay, it's quite colorful and quite nice. You can see how many photos there are. You can compare it. You see, you search this. You just click on this one and this one. And then here you go. What happens here is it gets compared. Alright, so when you do the comparison, let's see what happens. So it brings you to this page where you get a chance to compare these two properties side by side, which is good for the guy who is surfing the website, right? Yeah. So this is the third one, which is got this additional function of comparing. Alright, and let's go to our final one, which is one of my favorite. This would be the most expensive one because the design is really good. All right, and check out this. Like you see, you just search for rent or for sale, simple. All right, you come down, you look at this, all right, and you have a find a property, maybe 3 important things about our group, and then straight dive down to the property. This one looks more classier, you know. It's got a lot of information over here, the size, the bid, same thing as the previous one, but I just find this a little bit more classier. You will understand when we go into the individual property. Like for example, you can straight away share it in your social media. All right, so when you share it, this is how it looks like, for example. All right, so immediately in your timeline, see, very nice. Write something about it, put in your website, put in your landing page, and then get the lead. That's it, as simple as that. All right, so let's say we go into this property now. All right, this is also very interesting. You have the map here, very interestingly, the little bit of summary on the property. Again, you can print it out, you can share it, you can like it. Okay, and then you dive into the pictures. Very nice slider designs, you see. I like this. All right, and then you have your search forms on the side. All right, and then this one, you have everything in under the same capture area. Overview about the property, and then the features, and then the description just writes, and the location, and then when you scroll down, you have the map. All right, when you scroll down again, you can configure what are the important things that's beside this property, and then key them in. All right, like I said, the walk score is integrated with another software, so we may want to consider this in the future. All right, then you have the agent's contact here with all their social media information, and then you have a contact form for them to contact you. All right, view all the properties by this agent only, or view the agent's profile. All right, for example, if you view the agent's profile, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, you go into the person. Okay, this is the guy, all his information over here. How many properties has he listed? Blah blah blah, and then view all the properties. It goes to the only property that he has, all right, which is this one. So if there's 2, there will be more than 1, right? So if you go to the agents page, right, it is also pretty interesting. You see, it's really very nice design, very, very up class. Okay, naturally why this is a little bit more expensive too. All right, and then you have your blog page, which is also pretty interesting. Let's see, let's look at this. All right, so when you look at the blog, this is how it's going to look like. I think the color is really very nice. So you connect with your social media icon to leave a reply. So when they do that, right, we know who we are talking to. All right, instead of just a normal reply. So then you go, you can log in and you can register yourself, okay, in order to post. So again, you log in with your social media icon. I mean, personally, I like this, but of course, this design costs the most compared to the other 3. All right, so just to recap, all right, what are those 4 that we have? Okay, so the first one is this design, okay, which has the filter over here, and then you can search. All right, this is how it looks like. The second one is this one, which is the most easiest to use actually. This is how it looks like. And the third one is this one. Yeah, it's not bad too. And finally, this one. Which I think is the coolest. Okay, thank you for listening to me. So I took approximately 14 minutes. So if you have any questions, you can ask now.